Don't blink, you should blink. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this what should we call it? 22nd? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 22nd August 2025. Just woke up. Let's play some tower. And do a bunch of video. This is a pretty good day. Went to see my father and then fell asleep. Yes. Oui, monsieur. J'ai postulé juste ce poste-là. Question. La question de mettre plus de chance de mon côté. Je peux brûler mon nom en appliquant pour le mauvais poste. That's my father. I'm sorry, Papa. I never meant to miss you. I never meant to make you try, but too much. bothering me in a way. Butter. Much. First hotter. Stay. No, motherfucker. No, motherfuckers. Don't waste that. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the car show. Doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 22nd August. No video today. Pretty sad. I learned the bad news. Got a couple of videos to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So enjoy the nature form. Don't blink, yes, your boy Ink. Welcome to the Computer Show. Because I'm having a wonderful day on this 22nd of August 2025. So behind the scene, this is a intro. So what we did today, I went to see my father. Went to I'm sorry guys, I'm a bit emotional today. Something really bad happened, so I spent the afternoon crying. And that's pretty much it, so I'm gonna make videos and that is it. I'm gonna make the first video and then hopefully we'll feel better, so yeah. Anyway, here we are with some more content. Don't blink, wink. Welcome to the Terry Show. Because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 22nd August 2025. This is a very short video, but I have to post it, so I'm gonna post it. Today we lost somebody important to me. I'm sorry, I can't. Don't think it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. Considering what we're having a wonderful day on this 22nd August 2005. I'm sorry, we're living in pretty bad news today. Come on, man. Yeah, man. Come on. Come on, bro. You can do it. We learned a pretty bad news today. I'm gonna do a last video. One of them is gonna be a taste test, and I'll make a video about what's going on. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to do, but at the same time, I want to be positive. You know. Today we're tasting the new Pop Jones orange cream soda, and it's a it's soda that pops. So I think that's actually really cool. There's a good story behind it. We went to another store thinking we would get fried chicken. We came in, it was too late. So I go in and I'm trying to buy some energy drinks, and there's this can. In real life I'm pretty small. I'm 5'4". So I see on the top shelf, this soda is the last one. So we're kind of pretty lucky to have, to went and got it. So I'm excited, I'm happy. Without further ado, let's taste it out. We got a Pop Jones new, You Got Taste. And it's a orange cream soda. Again, you guys know how I feel about that. It's a source of fiber. What I love here is that you got this, which is in French and English, and this is only in English, so that makes me happy. Oh, with 5% real juice and a source of fiber, Jones has been making the best tasting drink for decades. We know what it takes to activate deliciousness. You'll love our taste, or your next Jones is on us. There's no way. There's no way. This is another product we tasted this week. We did this yesterday morning. Jones. So this is the same thing. And yes, it makes sense. Jones with an S, Jones with an S. I can't believe this. So I'm excited. I really thought that this was a, what should I call it? A energy drink. It's not. Love the size of it. Love the shape of it. Quite nice. Without further ado, Jones, orange and cream, to King Cobra, to JFS. Rest in peace, man. This one's actually pretty nice. It's very bubbly. It smells like orange more than cream, which is a great thing. Wow. Okay. Very odd taste. Not a fan of it. But this is one of the oddest products that I've had. And it's with pleasure that I tasted it with you guys, because actually something. So the taste that I don't like is that it's very much pure water. It's pretty much gasified water. I don't like that taste. It does somewhat taste like a orange flavor water, which is actually kind of nice. So they are actually very sweet. Usually, this one isn't, which lets you focus on the taste of the orange a lot. What saved the flavor itself is the aftertaste. So the aftertaste is gonna be orange and a very subtle taste of cream. But a very subtle is still present. So you taste it, and it's actually really, really nice. See, I'm drinking this and I'm looking at the can, which is orange. I think about orange. The taste in itself is actually pretty nice when you get over the fact that it's gasified water. But on the taste, you really got a orange and cream that is not that sweet. So you get what you ask for. And what is cool here is it's kind of more natural than just a sugary drink. It's not a sweet drink with flavor. it's really a water, which is one of the less tasteful thing in the world. And you got orange and you got cream. So even though those orange is actually really powerful, even though subtle, cream is subtle, it's less subtle than water. There's a bit of a power trip going on, which we like. So the taste itself is actually pretty good, and I gotta say, I'm actually impressed. Would I buy this again? No, because I love orange and cream, but I would go for something more sweet. However, this is really nice. This is. I got it. Somebody send me. Somebody I don't even know. I don't even know you, dude. And piece of shits. Sorry, guys. I'm in a bad mood today. Something bad happened, so. So I wouldn't buy it again. I would actually think, like, I do like orange and cream, but it's not my favorite thing. So the added sugar, it's even more bearable. I think that's why I would go for something like that. But at this current second, I don't know if I would go for something like that or something else. However, right now we're eating a lot of junk food. If it was a bit healthier, this would feel like a treat. So I think that's also a problem. We're drinking a lot of a very sweet things. We're eating a very salty food, so our taste bud are constantly being overstimulated. It's because this is still stimulating, but understimulated. I don't like it as much. I was eating healthier food, possibly. All in all, I think it's a very decent product. And if you like orange and cream, you'll love this. If you like gasified water, you'll love this. This is insane because they used to have this water, right? And this water would be flavored, and it would be very, very small flavored, but you still taste something. There was strawberry, there was raspberry, there was lemon. So this really tastes like that. And the fact that you're able to keep both the water tastes and still have your cream and soda, your orange and cream is actually quite nice. It's actually quite nice. So yeah, this is a very, very good product. Strongly recommend. And it's nuts because if you give me a small portion to taste, I would have said no. The further you go in, the better it is, which is insane because it's almost done already. So yeah, try it out. I would say for some reason, and besides it's not an energy drink, so I feel like this would be perfect in a hip company. I think it's more so the design and a hip company in the fridges. And can you grab me a Pop Jones, please? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Hope you're doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this very sad 22nd August 2025. The day is a Friday. Like I said, this is a very sad day. I'm going to talk about what happened today. But before that, I want to raise a toast, raise my glass to King Cobra GFS. May you rest in peace, King. The fact that his biggest idol was Ozzy Osbourne. And Ozzy died in August. In the weirdest way, it's something that makes the whole thing a bit less hard to swallow. So I know what you're saying, Ink. Please start talking about the subject. So I'm gonna start. Today we lost King Cobra GFS, Josh Sanders, and it's coming from Clint Saunders, which is his father. So you know it's real. So I wanted to come on here as a content creator, but also as a human being. As a content creator, because I have talked about Cobra GFS in my videos multiple times. 5-6 times already. Which is not a lot, but on a guy that I didn't know, it's a lot, you know. And It's really sad. It's really, really sad. Before we start, I want to put something clear. I've been seeing some of the community reaction to his death. Some of it's positive. Some of it is very positive. Some of it is, oh, the wrong lolcow died. Should have been Cyrax. Fuck you. Don't wish death upon people, you piece of shit. I want to put that clear, okay? So, we lost King. I'm not sure as to why. I was so shook by the moment that then it went in. I'm sad, but I also feel a lot of guilt. I'm sad, but I also feel a lot of shame. I had this weird perception of death where it happened a couple times in my personal life and never really affected me. There's 3 people that really affected it. It's Rich Piana, Chester Bennington, you know? Did King Cobra affect me as much as they did? No. But I'm still sad. I'm still very sad. This is gonna be a long video, but it's a post momentum for Jeffrey. I'm not saying Jeffrey, Josh, sorry. Literally cried. Definitely because of it. I think I have to do a small intro as to how I got to know King Cobra before we even started. So, King Cobra is a lolcow. He was known for his cooking video, he was known for his antics, and that was him a lot of what he was doing. I got to know him thanks to the Sex Doll saga. And you see, even talking about it makes me smile because it's what this guy meant to me. And I'm sorry to say, but he was a source of entertainment for me. I actually love King Cobra. I'm gonna tell you why I loved him. There's a B there. It's a very, fuck off, dude. It's a very personal thing. So I started making content about 4 years ago. And I mainly stream on Twitch. And by streaming, I play more and I play more and I play more and I play more and I play more. You know? Oh, you're not good. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Something went bad. Oh, this is bad. So, because I stream on Twitch, I'm not that popular, obviously. And I'm starting to... There's a lot of background noise. So I get involved in the lolcow universe. So my very first lolcow was Chris Chen. But when I saw Chris Chen, it was a documentary. It was Gino Samuel. I wasn't in Chris Torian. I wasn't in Chris Chen universe. I didn't even know Sonic Shoe. The only thing that I felt was lolcow-ish was Liquid Chris. And Liquid Chris was phenomenal. Because again, he was a troll that... And yes, trolls will be part of this video also. For sure. For sure. It was a part of a... He wasn't really trolling Chris. He was showing Chris the other side of himself. And if Chris didn't like it, well... Kind of didn't like it himself, you know? So... With that being said, I met my first lolcow. And the very first lolcow that I had was DSP. And DSP... The reason why I liked DSP so much, it was because he was a douchebag. He was an asshole. People were an asshole to him because he was an asshole. But he was able to answer. See, for Chris Chan, there's one that felt bad. When he made her put, it's her now, I guess, whatever. When he made her put something in her ass, that was a bit too much. Phil wasn't dumb enough to fall for that. Phil wasn't enough of a lolcow to fall for that. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hot, so get something to cool it down. So with DSP, what I really liked with DSP was that he was able to say to the haters, "Fuck you." I really enjoyed that. I really, 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 really enjoyed that. Then I moved on, and for Boogie, because LOLcow will bring you a special kind of entertainment, and it's very specific to LOLcow. Is there a time where I like DSP? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a time it made me laugh. There's a time where that was good. Kind of was good. We moved on. We moved to Boogie. The whole cancer thing. The whole thing with Boogie. And it was sad because Boogie was a childhood hero of one of my friends. I wasn't on YouTube when it really started. Then we moved on. And this is when I met King Cobra GFS. I haven't watched a single video from Cobra GFS. It started with Cobra Bite Size. I think it was part 4 or 5 of the comprehensive story of Cobra GFS. And right away, there was this connection with Jeff. I don't know why I keep calling him Jeff. I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry, dude. I was gonna say I was drunk, but no. I don't know why. Jeffrey Josh Saunders. I don't know why. I started watching Josh. True that. And right away, Josh was a automatic. And when I say automatic, I mean automatic, almost instant obsession. DSP was. I started watching the content with DSP. And I watched him for a couple of years. I'm gonna be honest. I was entertained. There was so much content there. Why not? Right? Which, with GSP, where he stopped, because I start listening to his own content. When it was a detractor, it was funny because they were exaggerating things, and I knew it wasn't true. And I started starting the real content. I was like, "Fuck that! This is bad." With Josh, I had the same fear. So one of the only channel that I watched was King Cobra Bite Size. And I was like, this guy is so, there's such a universe there. There's such a, I was really sad today. And it was confirmed by Clint once again, so. So I started watching some King Cobra content, and I'm hooked. And again, it's such a weird thing because I was watching a lot of content. So I lost my job last March. Not March 2025, March 2024. So we started streaming for full time, you know. And I started to watch content in the background full time. And now I'm watching 2 channels. The Outdoors Boys and Cobra Bite Size. And I watched them go to content. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. When I say I watched Josh, I watched a 10-part documentary on him. I would watch sagas like the Wendy sagas, the Warlord saga, the what was her name? Queen Goth Bree? I don't remember her name. That was really funny. That was really, really funny. And I think I'm going to be using this as an example as to why I love Josh so much. And then, it was pretty much it. Until I heard people talk about a documentary by your favorite son, King Cobra GFS, Empire of Dirt. And that really changed my perception. That really changed my perception. Because I was like, this guy is unbelievable. So the main attraction with Josh was, and again, I don't mean this in a bad way. He was autistic. I got ADHD. People always looked at me funny because I had ADHD. There's a lot of people with ADHD. Autism is still not well known. Is ADHD better known? Well, ADHD has been a thing for a while, and something that we've been medicating for a while. There's not really medication for autism. With ADHD, you'll take Concerta, Ritalin, you'll take Adderall. You know? So, Empire of Dirt, it was really nice because it was the decay of a man. And this is part of the guilt. So let's switch a little bit to the guilt. With Josh, I would only listen to Cobra Bite Size. Probably Cobra Bite Size was, I was watching this 10 hours a day. 10, 12 hours a day. And it wasn't releasing a lot of videos. And then I went to the channel of Josh and I watched a couple of videos. And I gotta say, I didn't even finish one of the videos. Because is how can I say this without being an asshole? His state of life was very bad. Very, very bad. He was a shadow of himself. I watched Josh being a badass. I watched Josh, and it's nuts because what I love about Josh is I literally saw an evolution. I saw a very somber Jeff. Again, Jeff. I saw a very Saunders Josh. When I say Saunders, I mean the person behind it. Like, for example, I'm going to refer to myself as Stefan when I feel like it's more a personal issue, and Vendetta when it's come to a more content creation issue. I can't believe he's dead, bro. I cried this afternoon. I cried for a guy I didn't know. And I wasn't sad. It was shame and guilt. I saw Josh in his current state, as an alcoholic, literally destroyed by alcohol, dropping glasses. It was too much for me. I became a pussy. I became a scaredy cat. I went back to Kick Cobra Bite Size because it was old content. Why did I like Josh so much? Here's the part that I like a lot. He was autistic. I know autistic people. And sadly, the example that I have is somebody that's very deep in the spectrum. It's a severe case of autism. Severe case. So the thing about autism, I think about that guy. I saw Josh and I was like, oh my god. It's kind of legit like a badass, you know? And it was his way of thinking. And I've been told my way of thinking was different. So I relate on that, you know? That guy was talking about Jessica. Talking about his obsession with ladies. I was obsessed with ladies. And the point he was, difference being I was too shy to say that I'm obsessed. I was too shy to show obsession. He was willing and nilling, you know? Josh is... Gosh, caught it. Josh is an amazing case of... I'm not gonna let my condition lessen the man I am. It was amazing. It's about the Wendy's. The Wendy's saga, which is supposed to be funny, to me is a perfect documentary on a worker, on how he's fighting with his co-worker, on how he feel like he deserves more, how they don't treat him well. His apartment is relatable. These neighbors next to me are amazing. The neighbor downstairs, they're always complaining. They're calling me names. They're knocking at my door, threatening me. That's why people Josh. That's why he left the apartment. You know, he was kicked out, but it's still what happened. And Clint behind it all, that helped him, that supported him. Clint, that was like, I'm proud of my son. My parents are supportive. They're not supportive for the content, but they're supportive people. So again, I felt like it was part of something relatable. Josh, how he was with ladies, the unhealthy part, is explainable by the fact that he doesn't have a mom. He has mommy issues. And perhaps because of his alcoholism, perhaps because of his autism. That was why he acted the way he is. With Josh, I'm gonna put this because it's bothering me. With Josh, what I was amazed at is how much I understood him. How my first perception of him being autistic was wrong. He was way more a person than I am. Josh had this knowledge of how to act with people. He was kind, very generous with people like Warlord, Homeboy Scotty. He had a fucking universe, you know. He had a universe. I'm gonna miss him. Which is weird because I don't miss him. If I was truly caring, and this is guilt, I would have watched his whole content. I would have reached out. See, Josh was something that I appreciated. Authenticity. Josh would say things that made sense. Josh would talk about things that it was like, but this is fucking ridiculous. But then it would make sense. Like, oh yeah, you're right. Josh had the capacity to say fuck you to people that didn't like him. When somebody don't like me, I feel bad. I feel like I should change. He understood that those people don't matter. His girlfriend, Jessica. Yes, Jess was a mess. Jess was toxic. I didn't like Jess. But as long as homeboy Jess, as long as homeboy Josh liked her, who gives a shit? This whole universe. What was the name of the girl that he tried to be a girlfriend, but they were kind of using him for his money with the mom? See, I haven't watched Josh in a while. This is why I'm so rusted. Again, I don't even. This is what I saw from Josh. And again, I will always remember this, but when Ozzy died, when did he die? Last week? 2 weeks ago? People moved on because Trisha Paytas had a baby. My first thought, and this is, I swear to God, my first thought was to go back to King Cobra and see how he was doing. But he was drunk, and I was like, okay, well, you're always drunk. I could talk for hours. The Sekdo saga, a constant reminder that he couldn't get girls, which is why he destroyed it. The God Queen, Josh gave her and that's super sad, but this is very telling of humanity. Josh gave her a shout out because she's goth, and then people went to ask Josh, pretending they were Josh to troll her, and then as a retaliation, she's like, oh, Josh is not even goth. And he's like, I'm not goth, fuck you. And he was right, because he didn't do anything wrong, and then she got after him. It doesn't matter if she thought it was him that did something wrong. She didn't even reach out. She didn't even ask him. She's like, okay, well, fuck you. I helped you out. This is how you repay me? Fuck you. You know? And that was amazing. My favorite moment is Warlord being a drunken mess. And Josh actually pushing him and say, you're drunk, go home. Being the responsible adult. See, Josh was capable. Clint saw that. And even then, the trolls calling him the swamp monster, the bug monster. It wasn't that bad. I've been following trolls of DSP for years, and they go way further. You know? But the fact that there's so much lore about him, and I think this is relatable. We use YouTube we use YouTube as a way of talking. There's so much lore on King Cobra JFS. Is a state of mind. Come back from work and being live on YouTube, on Facebook. Showing naked picture on Facebook, get him banned. You know? Josh was a wonderful human being. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Josh, you see this phone? This time immediately 100 notes. It's a very shitty phone. It's a very shitty phone. I have it for a week now because my other one broke and I'm too broke to buy a new one. Him using his iPod Touch to film videos and to upload them. The same thing. I never reached out. When I made a video about him, it was the obsession. It was how much of a universe it was. See, DSP, I can, Christian, I can see how the corruption became with the trolls. Josh is the same thing. DSP the same thing, but DSP is an asshole. However, Josh remained himself. Didn't allow it to change him. He was successful. He had a one business. Would I prefer to him sober? Yes. You know? The Whitney saga was such an eye-opener. I know that we went to job court. That's how he met his girlfriend, Stephanie. And Stephanie was a way better girlfriend to him than Jessica was. And he fucked it up. He fucked a girl for a couple of cigarettes. What's this town? I forgot the name of his town. But only there. Think about the Wendy saga. Imagine coming back home. Turning on the camera. Think about your day. I think we all do that. You know? What I fucking love about Josh is their DoorDash. The amount of thing that he was receiving, but he was able to see the joke there. For example, he got some cocked penises shaped mint. He was able to say, this is fucking funny. There's a level of emotional intelligence there. Why do I feel shame? Why do I feel guilt? Because you can see me smiling, you can see me being happy. With just the memories of watching him. The fact that he had a religion is insane. And he had a tattoo that looked like a penis. Again, it's lol-cow content. It's amazing. It's because I chose to watch him in his prime. I chose to watch old content. I never fucked with the new content. Because I made videos about him being a entertaining guy. Did I ever leave a comment in one of his videos saying, hey, love your work, Josh? No. He did. I just hope he knew Yes, there was a lot of troll, but I was just hoping that there were some people that cared about him. I just thought that he knew that he had fans. He was an alcoholic. How can you control alcoholism? You know? It's tough, man. It's really tough. The biggest pain that I have is I kept watching Josh. I watched the content and then I took a break and then I watched the content again. And I didn't watch the new content. They saw that he was a drunken mess. I was like, I'm not gonna watch that. Fuck that. But I think that I was watching the whole content and hope that it would get better. It never happened. And today I watched this video from Clint. And he was saying, I wanted to delete all the social media. I say, fuck you. And Josh, yes, Josh is a intimidating figure. But he's neurodivergent. I cannot help but saying that I'm neurodivergent myself. His father was like that. I cannot help but wonder my father if he's like that. My mom, if she's gonna be like that. I cannot help. Anyway. Rest in peace, King. Thank you for years of content. Thanks for the laughs, the smiles, the emotions. You deserve better. And you always did. When I say that, it's sad. The fact that when he talked about having a girlfriend, and the fact that he had to mention of age got girlfriend, was also a testament of the amazing person he was. Because they were making jokes about him talking to underage people. And it's like, no, fuck that, I'm not like that. So you have to specify that she's of age. That way, it was a way to show like, yo, I'm not that guy. And a lot of people would see that this is hiding something, but with Josh, it was a case of disgust. You know? I'll be honest, do I give a fuck about Warlord? No. Do I give a fuck about Homeboy Scotty? No. Pathological liar. Give a fuck about Jess, Queen Cobra JFS? No. No. I give a fuck about Josh and Clint. Can't believe we lost him. So young too. I'm gonna be a father one day, you know? I can already tell my kids are gonna be different, because I'm different. Just so their mom's gonna know that I'm different, and she's not gonna care. Because she's different too, possibly. Clint went to the apartment of Josh today. He saw Josh sleeping. Try to wake him up. Tried to wake him up. Again and again. He wasn't responsive. Rhythm Beast King